We work with people from other countries frequently where there's not a dealer where you can get parts for repairing your farm equipment.
Yeah.
So the pieces sometimes are locally manufactured or sometimes they're imported from somewhere else. But if something breaks, the only way you're gonna get it fixed is to go to the village blacksmith, just like they did in this country in the old days,
Yeah.
and get them to make a new part or repair the piece you have. And so sometimes it might be a modern repair like an arc weld, but it could often be just done with rivets or bolts or something, and involve working in a forge like this one.
Mm-hmm.
So you're heating the parts up to bend them around, change the shape. That's fine, thank you. It's not a problem.
So now they're getting close to full growth. Pretty close. I don't know if they'll get any taller. They'll be 5 years old this fall.
What did I do?
Oh, but otherwise we rake up the hay, we pull wagons, we spread manure, we plow, and we can weed with them. And yeah, lots of chores that would be really hard to do by yourself. Sometimes we use them to pull logs out of the forest.
Howdy, so Tillers International was founded by Dick Rosenberg, and he was a Peace Corps vet. And while overseas, his job was to train people how to train their cows to be working oxen. And so that was an eye-opening experience for him, and it reminded him of all the stories that he had heard from his friends and neighbors talking about how they used to drive oxen here. And so a light bulb went off in his head, and he realized this story from the past is actually, there's modern application for it in specific spots. And so that kind of planted the seed, and that's how Tillers International started. It was a forum for training draft animals so that he could take this old history knowledge that was in the minds of all these older gentlemen he knew and actually start practicing it, and then bring over people from these rural communities and to train them in it because it'd be applicable for them. And so that's how it started, but then he quickly realized that if you have a working team of oxen but you don't have tools to farm with them, if you just have hand tools, that team of oxen doesn't all that helpful. And so you need some blacksmithing skills, you need some woodworking skills so you can build an ox cart, so you can build weed cultivators, and you can build planters. And so that's how this whole school started with the animals, then expanded out to all these allied skills so that you could efficiently farm with draft animals in the most rural of places, and you have all the skill sets that you'd need to make your farm more efficient. And we have a museum now, and he started collecting materials, old historic equipment, just out of love for it because he loves history. But then it was the realization that this is actually a library for us as we design tools and help teach. And so all those old historic tools become living tools again as they're templates, and they are living models for us to base off of our new tools that we design. And so that 2 acres out there is sort of what ties everything together. It's where we practice those historic skills and make them come alive. We have the museum, all the tools that we use in the fields, we have replicas of them in our museum. And all of the repairs and maintenance we need to make on our tools in the fields, we can do that in our blacksmithing shop, and we can do that here in our woodworking shop. And so now it's kind of, it started off as people could come here and share their old knowledge that they had, but now Tillers has evolved, and now the community comes here to learn this historic knowledge. And so it's been over time has changed, and so people are welcome to come here and to learn these historic skills for whatever reason that they have. Maybe they want to use them on their own market garden farm, or maybe they're curious and they want to have the joy of learning. So whatever the reason, there's a place for them here, and our mission is to be an expert forum to share agricultural knowledge with communities worldwide. So, yeah.
I think somebody.
This has so much utilities. All right. All right, gentlemen. Okay, you guys know the knot?
Yes, sir.
You know Tom Pool's knot?
The one you just did.
Flag. Be easy on their mouths. Don't get them all wet.